So what's it like to buy your first cryptocurrency on Kraken? Well, let's say I'm at a food truck I've never tried before. Am I gonna go all in on the loaded taco? No, sir. I'm keeping it simple, starting small. That's trading on Kraken. Pick from over 190 assets and start with the $10 in your pocket. Easy. Go to kraken.com and see what crypto can be. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss. Cryptocurrency services are provided to U.S. and U.S. territory customers by Payward Interactive Inc., PWI, DBA Kraken. View PWI's disclosures at kraken.com/legal/disclosures.
This episode is brought to you by Merrill. Join one of the most iconic names in wealth management, Merrill. You'll be part of a dynamic team of advisors and specialists working hard every day to grow their clients' wealth. And with the support of best-in-class research, advanced digital tools, and the resources of a global institution, it's truly an opportunity you can be bullish about. Learn more at careers.bankofamerica.com. Copyright 2024, Bank of America Corporation.
This is Optimal Work Daily. How to Start a Startup Without Quitting Your Day Job by Allan Smith with MoneyMiniblog.com. Every year, millions of people choose the entrepreneurial route because they all want to experience what it's like to start up a business. Sadly, the problem with most of the startup statistics you see out there is that about 50% of those who rush to start companies get to see their businesses die within 4 years. And the sad fact about this whole failure rate is that the majority of people entering had to quit their day job to start the business. While it's cool to want to go the entrepreneurial way, it's not entirely good to throw all your eggs in one basket. Any newly started business has a high chance of failing or succeeding. Instead of losing both, the best way is to start the startup and still keep your day job. It might be hectic and too tiring to attempt, but it is possible. Elon Musk, co-founder of PayPal, was working at Starbucks while he was running some smaller internet startups before he co-founded PayPal. This shows it's possible to juggle both and not break down. If he could do it, that means you certainly can. Here are 4 ways to start a startup without quitting your day job. The first is, learn the art of automation. Truth be told, you can't do it alone. Juggling between a day job and running a business is practically one of the most challenging things to attempt. While it won't kill you, it will constrain your time, sleep, and social hours. The best advice here is to automate most of your startup core processes. Running the business will require some form of inputs daily, but there is no business book that advises to spend time answering every input of the business. Automate the aspects that you find difficulty doing. Truth be told, in business, we're not all engraced the same way. Some people have strength when it comes to marketing and sales, while others flop around that aspect. Find ones that take most of your time and then delegate them to virtual or fixed workers. Mostly, what you want to outsource should be tasks that eat up more time. Tasks like customer care, accounting, social media marketing, etc. Locate the time wasters and automate them. This will instantly bring out more free time. With that free time, you can think and strategize about the future of the business, or utilize the time that you were spending on the time wasters on other aspects of the business. Number 2, develop a strict routine for both businesses. Businesses thrive on habits. Just as humans need habits to have an identity, your businesses and jobs also need strict habits to stay afloat and make progress. That said, you can't successfully run 2 business-like structures plus your own personal social life without setting routines for each of them. Since your day job is strict and can't really be manipulated in any way, you need to learn to plan strategically around the hours that you're at your day job to maximize the other hours. At best, give specific times to everything that you'd be doing. Lay out specific time for social activities. It's good to mingle and meet up with friends, but you'd have to restrict yours to certain hours. Give specific hours to your startup. It's obviously the reason your daytime is so short, so basically, you have to give more hours to it. This may sometimes mean sleeping less in order to create more time for your startup business. Basically, plan each hour you have left. Then, each day, consciously follow the planned hours the way you specified them. When done in a repetitive manner for at least 66 days, that's how long it takes for a routine to become a habit, it will naturally turn into a lifelong business habit. When it does, juggling between the 2 core jobs will become automatic and easy. 3. Plan your week effectively. Your workday is already static. You're an employee there, so you take orders and comply with them without asking questions. That aspect of your life is already constant. The only way you can maximize your time better and make your routine bring high returns is to plan ahead. Make a specific day of the week your day of planning. Plan out every aspect of work to be done that week and simply follow through on them. Weekly planning removes guesswork from your week since you literally know what you'll be doing at each point in time. Not only that, you understand what work has to be done and why you have to do it at that time. An understanding of a weekly plan will help make juggling between the two tasks of the day easy. All it takes to run a day job and a startup business is making effective use of each week. Utilize your week well, and your business and day job will grow effectively. 4. Frequently revisit your why. It's kind of hard to juggle two main jobs and not feel discouraged and want to throw in the towel. Starting and running a startup in the midst of a 9-to-5 job is a hectic and challenging thing. This is why business professionals advise that it's always better to know and understand your why. You will need something to help you stay motivated because surely depression and wanting to give up will come. To stay motivated at all times, you need to know your why. Your why is simply the reason you started that startup while still at your 9-to-5 job. Every business needs to have a strong reason why it was started from the beginning. Your reason for inconveniencing yourself to that degree is your why. Your why is that thing you'd lose out on if you give up. Someone's why can be that sick child in the hospital. Whenever they feel fatigued about the whole 9-to-5 and startup business stuff and they just feel like giving up, immediately their sick kid, which is their why, will come to mind and they'll instantly have a glimmer of hope to forge ahead. Likewise, find your why. Look for something you'd lose if you give up. Startup entrepreneurs give up easily because most of them don't really have anything tangible to lose. Entrepreneurs who have a spouse dying of a treatable disease don't have time to give up. All they think about is how they can continue their 9-to-5 and startup business and make enough money to save their spouse. Tie your business to something tangible. Let that thing be your motivation every time you step out to go to your 9-to-5 or come home to your startup business. You just listened to the post titled, How to Start a Startup Without Quitting Your Day Job by Allan Smith with MoneyMiniBlog.com. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We're all marveled at how quickly kids learn and that sense of wonderment they have while doing it. But as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity. Well, if there's something you've been wanting to learn, know that therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder, because your back-to-school era can come at any age. And make no mistake, therapy is for everyone. Whether or not you've been through significant trauma, therapy can be a great tool for setting boundaries, learning new skills, and ultimately becoming the best version of yourself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/workdaily today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/workdaily. When it comes to hiring, don't go searching for the one. Just meet your match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree. Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/startup. So just go to Indeed.com/startup right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. And big thanks to Allan. He is an experienced blogger noting down his thoughts on a regular basis through his blog Day-to-Day Finance. He shares his thoughts, advice, tips, and tricks related to finance, marketing, lifestyle, and more. And you can come by daytodayfinance.com to check it out. And speaking of finance, Money Mini Blog is regularly featured over on Optimal Finance Daily, one of the other shows in our network. So if you want to learn more about how and where to get started investing, as well as other ways to earn and save more, ideas of how to spend less, and a lot more, you should check out that show. And if you start listening from the beginning, you'll be listening to my voice because I hosted that show for several years. So again, that's the podcast Optimal Finance Daily. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.